and Maple Grove's going to have it.
Right out in front, they score!
Hello and welcome to Sports Jam for the week of October 19th. I'm John Jacobson.
And I'm Jay Wilcox. This week, conference cross-country highlights, plus section soccer and girls tennis. And we'll meet two Robbinsdale District football stars who will be teammates in the future in our Sports Jam Spotlight.
Up first, playoff football. Class 6A has a slightly different playoff structure this season, with all 32 teams being seeded within their section and then placed in one overall bracket. The Wayzata Trojans, the number 2 seed from Section 6, open the postseason against Farmington. Opening drive of the game for Farmington, and on 4th and 10, Wayzata's Parker Lavacek comes up with an interception deep in Trojans territory, and he returns it out past the 30-yard line. Later in the first quarter, Wayzata quarterback Jake Marsh has time and throws to Tyler Didier for a 35-yard touchdown, and the Trojans lead 7-0. Final play of the quarter, and they score on the ground. Ishan Aluksuk from 10 yards out. Trojans up 14-0. That's the score at halftime, too. Third quarter now. Marsh rolls out at his big tight end, Grant Slavic, and he is down the sideline breaking tackles before he's finally brought down at the Tigers' 22-yard line after a 43-yard gain. Next play, it's Marsh going to a wide-open Didier for a 22-yard touchdown pass as Wayzata goes on to blank Farmington 27-0. The Trojans host Cretin-Derham Hall on Friday.
Maple Grove had its deepest playoff push ever last fall, reaching the state semifinals. The Crimson hope to make a run again this season. The Crimson, the number 1 seed from Section 5, taking on Eastview. Nice blocking for Ryan Hanscom here, and he goes in for the 12-yard touchdown for Maple Grove, and they lead it 7-0 early. Isaac Collins takes his turn as he follows a crushing lead block by number 74, Coyote Awashika. Collins dives for the pylon and just gets in for the touchdown. It's 14-0 Crimson after 1. Another Collins TD makes it 21-0 at the half. In the third quarter, Brad Davison looks for a receiver here for Maple Grove. He's hit as he throws, but he gets it to Eddie Lee in the corner of the end zone for the score to make it 28-0 Crimson. And their defense is strong in this one. Ryan Shea and Andrew Skogman combine to stuff the Eastview running back as Maple Grove wins it 28-6. Osseo started very fast this season, had a midseason slump, and seems to be rising again late in the year. The Orioles hosting White Bear Lake in first-round play. Trailing 7-0 in the second quarter, Osseo's Malik Gaylord hits DeMario Armstrong in the fade, and Armstrong gets in for the score. The Orioles tie it 7-7. After an Orioles interception, Gaylord zips it in the flat, and watch Armstrong fake out a defender and then split 2 more. It's a 27-yard touchdown. Osseo leads 14-7. White Bear battles back. Final seconds of the half, Carter Kahn hits Joe Diddle, who juggles it but hangs on. The Bears are within 21-14 at halftime. White Bear ties it up, but Osseo erupts from there. Prince Krua goes up the middle, breaks a couple of arm tackles, and he's off to the races. It's a 68-yard score, and the Orioles have some breathing room at 35-21 in the third quarter. Fourth quarter now, and watch the 2 great blocks at Spring Krua on the off-tackle run. He sprints past the Bears secondary for a 60-yard touchdown. Osseo breaks open a close game to go up 42-21. Krua rushes for 253 yards, and Armstrong has 4 TD catches. Osseo pulls away for a 48-21 win.
Armstrong had its best regular season since 2004. The 6-2 Falcons faced another 6-2 team, Woodbury, in the first round of the 6A playoffs. First quarter, Brady Mundahl zips a pass to Nathan Bursch for a 25-yard touchdown and a 14-7 Royals lead. Second quarter, Collis Barber floats the pass, and Derek Schmeezing makes a great catch, putting Armstrong on the 3-yard line and setting up a touchdown. Later in the second, Barber connects with True Thompson. Great pass, great catch, and it's 22-14 Falcons. In the third quarter, Barber gets loose on the keeper and runs 34 yards to the end zone. Armstrong's on top 29-14. Armstrong's defense makes a big play here. They knock the ball loose, and Nick Svensson recovers for the Falcons. Thomas Barber caps the ensuing drive with a 3-yard touchdown run as Armstrong advances with a 43-27 victory.
Class 5A and smaller played playoff games earlier last week. Park Center faced overmatched Minneapolis Southwest in Section 5A. Up 14-2, Carl Altenberg looks left and then comes back right to find Ty Brooks in the back of the end zone, make it 21-2 Park Center. After a long TD catch by Brooks, on defense he rips the pass away from the Southwest receiver, stays on his feet and scores his third touchdown of the second quarter. Park Center demolishes Southwest 64-2. They get Cooper in the semifinals Tuesday.
Providence Academy had a close battle in their playoff opener. Providence hosting the Jordan Hubmen. Jordan leading 7-0, but Jack Hillen blocks a punt and takes a nice hop for Dominic Miller to scoop and score. And Providence ties at 7-7. Second quarter, Henry Van Dellen has time. He finds Josh Dart open in the end zone to give Providence a 14-7 lead. Jordan comes back with a trick play, double reverse flea flicker pass to Jack Fridges for a 42-yard gain to set up a touchdown, and it's 14-14 at the half. On 4th and 10, left-handed quarterback Zach Kess rolls right, wants the perfect pass to Jimmy Volbrecht. The Hubmen go up 20-14. Providence ties it, and they go ahead late. Van Dellen to Drew Lahr with a great catch with 2.5 minutes to play. Providence pulls out a 27-20 win.
Now to girls tennis, where the Wayzata Trojans aim for the team title in Section 5AA. The Trojans taking on Delano in the section championship. At number 1 doubles, Wayzata's Haley Bowden and Sydney Stern are in the near court. The shot up the middle leads to a slice volley winner, and Wayzata wins 6-4, 6-4. At 1 singles, Delano's Ginger Valentine's in the near court against Sam Stevenson. Valentine's cross-court forehand leads to a forehand winner, and she takes the match 6-1, 6-3. Haley Schleif's in the near court for Delano in the number 2 singles match against Emily Riesman. Schleif comes in and puts away a nice backhand volley on the way to a tough 3-set win. At 3rd singles, Wayzata's Ara Marco in the near court against Kitty Bonin. Bonin gets Marco moving and delivers a backhand winner down the line. She wins 7-5, 6-1 as Delano sweeps the singles, and Delano takes the match 5-2 to advance to state. And singles and doubles section play wrapping up this week.
And we should have some local state entrants coming out of that. Next up on Sports Jam, highlights from the week in playoff soccer, plus cross-country conference meets coming up next. Welcome back to Sports Jam, and time to talk playoff soccer.
Yeah, just a few teams still remaining after some big playoff battles. That includes Park Center hosting Champlin Park in the Section 5AA boys semis. Champlin Park gets a penalty kick, but Pirates keeper Salvador Salado robs Abdul Haji with a great save to keep it scoreless. Off a Park Center free kick, Rebels defender Dylan Burchell saves a goal, reaching the ball right at the goal line, and it stays 0-0 at halftime. Park Center gets a penalty kick, and Craig Kaiser comes through. And that's the game's only goal as the Pirates win it 1-0. Prairie Seeds lost a tough one in a shootout to Moundsview in the other semifinal, so it's Moundsview versus Park Center for the section title Tuesday at 7 o'clock at Park Center.
Maple Grove is a newcomer to Section 8AA this season for boys soccer. After a shutout of Elk River in the quarterfinals, the Crimson face second seed Rogers in the semis at Maple Grove. Strikes quickly, Garen Maupin, nice pass. Ryan Dubois buries it for a 1-0 Crimson lead less than 2 minutes in. It's 2-1 Maple Grove with less than 10 seconds left in the half when Kevin Dubik buries the rebound for the Royals, and we're tied at halftime. Nick Backham lasers the free kick for Rogers early in the second half. It's 3-2 Royals. It's 3-3 with less than 3 minutes to play when Maupin scores his 3rd goal of the match. The Crimson looks to be on its way to the win. But less than a minute later, the Rogers throw-in pinballs around and goes in off Maupin's foot for an own goal, and the game goes to extra time. And Rogers wins it in the second OT. Trevor Klink's throw-in is headed in by Logan Olkin for the game-winning goal. Maple Grove's season comes to an end in a wild game. Rogers advancing to the section final.
The Wayzata boys hope to advance in Section 6AA. The Trojans hosting Armstrong in the quarterfinal round. Wayzata goes on the attack. Alex Bracken delivers a crossing pass to Ethan Took, who settles it and drills the shot in. Wayzata leads it 1-0. And they keep on attacking. Nice footwork for Tyler Stevens, and he'll send it to McLean King for the quick shot and goal. The Trojans take a 2-0 lead into halftime. Wayzata adds 3 more in the second half, and they go on to a 5-0 win. The news not so good for the Trojans in the semifinals as they fall to Washburn 2-1. It's an all-Minneapolis final as Washburn meets Southwest on Tuesday night.
In girls soccer, Maple Grove earned the top seed in Section 5AA. Champlin Park and Maple Grove meet in the semifinals. Maple Grove gets on the board. Breanna Johnson threading a long pass ahead to spring Mannon and McMahon for a breakaway chance. She buries it, and the Crimson take a 1-0 lead 7 minutes in. Early in the second half, the ball is high in the air after a corner kick, and McMahon gets it to Johnson, who turns and fires to make it 2-0 Maple Grove. A nice pass by Camille Verstraete, and McMahon angles her shot perfectly around the keeper to make it 3-0 Crimson. Champlin Park gets on the board with just under 5 minutes to play as Haley Hargroder sneaks the shot in, but it's not enough. Maple Grove wins it 3-1. Crimson will be at home for the section final Tuesday night against Centennial. We'll hear from the Crimson later in the show. In Section 6AA girls, top seed Wayzata beats Southwest 3-0 in one semifinal, while Washburn blanks Hopkins 4-0 in the other. Wayzata hosts Washburn in the section final Tuesday night at 7.
In Section 6A, the Providence Academy girls hosting Monticello. Monticello's Elena Mayer launches the free kick, and it's bobbled by the Lions keeper. Ava Emmerich knocks the rebound in, and the Magic go up 1-0. Then another free kick at the net here for the Magic. It's off the crossbar, but Courtney Hellman heads it in for another goal to make it 2-0 Monticello at the half. Down 3-0, Providence scores on a penalty kick by Ellen Schneider, but Providence Academy is eliminated 3-1.
The biggest cross-country meets of the season started with conference races for most of our local schools. At the Lake Conference meet, Wayzata's Jarrett Carpenter, the top-ranked runner in the state. Hopkins' Owen Haft is number 2. And that's how they finish, as Carpenter takes gold for the Trojans in a time of 15 minutes, 16.87 seconds. Haft was second, 15:22.68 is his time. Hopkins' Seth Eliason is 4th as the Royals win the team title. The girls running the same distance as the boys, 5,000 meters for the first time this year. Minnetonka's Sophie Witcher is the first conference champion at the distance with a time of 18 minutes, 20.94 seconds. Hopkins' Renee Anderson is second, and Wayzata's Michaela Keller-Miller takes 3rd place, followed by a trio of Edina runners as the Hornets win the conference team title. Hopkins, the boys champion with 33 team points, 10 ahead of Edina. Wayzata is 3rd, followed by Minnetonka and Eden Prairie. Edina is 20 points ahead of runner-up Minnetonka on the girls' side. Wayzata is 3rd, Eden Prairie 4th, and Hopkins 5th.
Things are a bit more crowded at the 14-team Northwest Suburban Conference meet. They started up a restart after the boys fell in the beginning of the first time starting. It's a 2-man race at the finish. Maple Grove junior Alex Miley edges Reed Kurak of Centennial by just over 2 seconds. Miley's winning time 16:07. Totino Grace's Kevin Dado places 3rd, 20 seconds back of runner-up Kurak. Armstrong's Kyle Sweeney takes 4th place. Elk River edges Maple Grove for the boys team title by 3 points. Armstrong is 4th, Osseo 8th, Totino Grace 10th, Champlin Park 12th, and Park Center 13th. Armstrong is runner-up to champion Anoka in the girls' meet. Totino Grace is 6th, Maple Grove 8th, Osseo 9th, Park Center 11th, Champlin Park is 13th.
And Jay, section meets in cross-country next week.
Hard to tell what the weather will be like here. We've had quite a variety here lately. Straight ahead in our Sports Jam Spotlight, meet 2 Robbinsdale District football stars who will play together in college. The Armstrong and Cooper football teams have each had strong seasons, going 6-2 in the regular season. A standout from each team will continue their football careers at the highest level together. Thomas Barber and Phillip Howard are featured in this week's Sports Jam Spotlight. They've dazzled on the field as high school standouts, and 2 Robbinsdale District football stars will be teammates with the Gophers next year.
Touchdown, Phillip Howard.
Cooper quarterback and defensive back number 7, Phillip Howard, is one of the state's fastest players and an elusive double threat on offense. Armstrong's number 44, Thomas Barber, is a physical, hard-hitting linebacker who occasionally doubles as a tough-to-tackle running back. Both teams went 6-2 in the regular season. After a long string of losing teams, it's been a special season for Barber and his Falcons teammates.
Yeah, it is kind of special knowing that we helped push the winning record for the Falcons in a while, and it makes us feel good. I mean, we've been talking about this since we were like 5th, 6th grade, and we're just really looking forward to this.
Cooper's had a better track record in recent seasons, but this was one of the Hawks' best teams too. The wins are great, but Howard will remember his teammates most of all.
These guys like to have fun. They're a hard-working group, like I said, and we just like to have fun with each other. A lot of us hang out together, so I will always remember that because, like, past years, most of us, like, we had split groups that we hung out with, but we still all came up together and hung out and stuff like that. But I think we're closer this year.
That they're talented as football players is pretty obvious, but Howard and Barber have meant a lot to their programs in other ways too.
3-sport athlete, then all of a sudden he does track, makes him a 4-sport athlete, and things that he brings to our school in terms of athletic leadership, but then also leadership in the building. You know, he's going to be a kid that's hard to replace on the football field, not just for his athletic ability, but for his leadership. But his leadership has also started the mentoring process of our young quarterbacks, as well as our younger running backs and receivers, and just the things that he brings is you know, unmeasurable.
He's a phenomenal leader for us. He's a hard worker. He's a fun guy out here. You know, he keeps things loose. Thomas has really opened up this year. You know, last year was my first year, and so, you know, he's made it a lot more fun for the guys. And then when you get on the field, I mean, he's all over the place.
Just to clarify, Phillip Howard is not Coach Willie Howard's son, although he's been asked that question often.
I would say at least 30 times, but there's actually no relation in that, surprisingly.
Have you enjoyed playing for him, though?
Yeah, he's a great guy. He's a great guy to play for. He's a mentor, a coach. He's a father figure to most of these guys on the team.
For both Barber and Howard, choosing to stay at home to play for Minnesota seemed a natural fit.
Just the home field, there were all the upperclassmen there, even the seniors that won't even be there next year were really opening to all of us incoming freshmen and the 2016 class, and it made me feel home and a bunch of new brothers that I have.
I grew up watching Minnesota. Me and my dad, we grew up watching Minnesota play, Minnesota and other colleges, but it was always like, I want to play for Minnesota. Like, that's the school I want to go to coming up as a kid. You know, me and other kids talked about going to college together, doing all those good things. And I'm more of a family guy, so, like, you know, I like to stay close to home, stay close to my family, keep them in all the games.
For Thomas Barber, he'll be the 4th in his family to wear the maroon and gold. His dad, Marion, was a great running back in the 70s. Brother Marion III, a star back in the 2000s. And brother Dom, a standout defensive back. All played in the NFL, too.
It's pretty fun. I mean, they give me the ins and outs of everything, but having them around made it an easier choice, realizing where to go and how they felt about it, how they felt about the Gophers and their experiences there, and it really helped.
Cooper got the best of Armstrong early this season when Barber and Howard went head-to-head. They know each other a bit and look forward to teaming up in college.
I know him pretty well. He's a great kid. He's a tough competitor. He's not going to let much pass him. And if he does make a mistake, he's going to make right up for it again.
I know he's a very explosive player, and he is very fast. I know that, and it's going to be fun playing with him.
Pleased with what both of our schools are doing in this district, and, you know, I think put on a pretty good show and a good product, and we have good kids, and so, you know, it's going to be neat to see 2 kids from our district going on to the next level.
Barber had 16 tackles in Armstrong's win over Woodbury in the first round of the 6A playoffs. Willie Howard and the Hawks had a bye. I'll talk girls soccer with the Maple Grove Crimson when Sports Jam returns. Welcome back to Sports Jam. The Maple Grove girls soccer team, the top seed in Section 5, will get a chance to play for the section championship. We're joined by a couple of the Crimson players and also head coach Ben LeVahn. Starting with Bree Johnson, you guys come out in the semifinals, and I thought played pretty sharp game against Champlain Park. How did you feel about things?
I feel pretty good, actually. We were coming in on home turf, doing really well. We're excited to play, and we're connecting passes, and we played well as a team.
Got a little bit of a scare in that quarterfinal round against Park Center, but you know, when you survive and advance, did it kind of, you feel like that helped you guys to have gotten through that and be ready for tonight?
Yeah, for sure. We kind of got our hearts going, for sure. We were really nervous, but I think we came in, we were feeling confident, and we were ready to go.
How about this season overall? Do you like the way this team has progressed and gotten better and playing well at section time here?
Yeah, I feel like we could be better with consistency. We're up and we're down, but I feel like over the past couple weeks we've been getting better, playing well.
Get Centennial in the championship game. I know you played them, but it was quite early in the season. What do you know about that team? What do you remember from that game?
They possess. They're a really good team. It's gonna be one of our hardest teams to play this year. A good challenge. It'll be a good game.
Congratulations on the win here, and good luck in the championship here, Bree.
Thank you.
And Mannon McMahon, freshman, getting a couple big goals here in the semifinals. Talk about the performance for the Crimson here tonight.
I thought we played really well. We've been really connecting passes recently, and we've just been kind of gelling more as the season went on.
How exciting is it for you to get a chance to score a couple goals here in a very important game like this?
It's really exciting, and having the support from the teammates and the great passes and stuff, it's really great.
Champlain Park put 6 goals up the other night against Osseo, and did you guys come into this one expecting a hard game from them, and seeing what they could do here tonight?
Yes, I think we all expected for a really good game, and I think we came out here really excited to play.
Centennial next. What do you remember about them? Do you know many of their players or much about what to expect?
Well, they're a really good team, so we're just going to come out hard and hope that we win.
All right, congratulations. Have fun in that section final, too.
Thank you.
And Coach LeVahn, you've been at this for a number of years, been a favorite, been an underdog, but you come out here tonight and I thought played a really good game. How did you feel about it?
Felt good about how we played. At this time of the year, everybody's going to play hard. So we're running into an overtime game on Tuesday, and same thing with a hard-fought game with Champlain. Everybody works hard at this time of the year.
What impressed you the most about your performance in the semis here?
Just a consistent effort from everybody. That's one of the things we've been, through this year, been up and down a little bit with our effort and our focus, and this has been coming together this past few weeks.
Obviously, in past playoffs, there's been times when, you face teams that you didn't know as well. You're playing a conference team here, Centennial. As you scout them, what do you look at that team?
We played them earlier, so it's we can go back on our own film, but we do know that this is a team that we've had a pretty good rivalry with over the past 7 years, and so they do a lot of things the same way, and it's going to come down to execution. Who takes advantage of other person's mistakes and who makes fewer mistakes.
One thing that you do play for seeding for is to get a home field advantage. Does it make any difference? Does it matter for you guys?
There's a comfort level being here. With Centennial, they're used to the turf. They have turf, so that's not going to be an advantage for us. But hopefully we get a good fan turnout, and that could be an advantage.
Thanks for joining us, Ben, and have fun in that final.
Hey, thanks a lot.
Ben LeVahn, the head coach of the Maple Grove girls soccer team. Again, they're playing Centennial for the Section 5 championship on Tuesday night. We'll be back to wrap up Sports Jam in a moment, but first, our plays of the week.
Incredible individual effort, 1-on-3. Looking, had all kinds of time, has a receiver open, and a touchdown!
On Election Day, November 3rd, the big winner of the day could be you, because Channel 12 programming will be available in high definition. Stay tuned for more details.
Our game of the week is the second round game in the Class 6A football playoffs as Maple Grove hosts Armstrong. The game is Friday night at 7. Catch the replays on Channel 12 and at 12.tv Saturday night at 7, or if you're an early riser, Sunday morning at 7.
And that's it for this week's show.
We'll have soccer section finals next week, plus football and more next time here on Sports Jam. Thanks for watching.